Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into another episode of the Before I Go podcast. Last week, I spent some time reminding you and me that we are exactly where we should be. I emphasized the importance of embracing the present moment. Today, I'd like to expand on that thought by talking about the lie of purpose. The lie of purpose. Have you ever thought about what your purpose is? I mean, have you ever told yourself that there has to be something more for you? That your life has to have some kind of grand purpose? I know I have. I have spent years chasing purpose, believing that if I wasn't doing something on a huge scale, then I was not truly fulfilling my purpose, that my life somehow had no meaning. If you believe social media, you are supposed to be out there moving and shaking. You should have millions of followers on Instagram. You should be learning dances on TikTok. You should be an entrepreneur and not working to make other people rich, but working to make yourself rich. As a side note, if you ever see me on social media doing a dance that I learned on TikTok or somewhere else, please send help because I have lost my mind. Anyway, what happens if you do believe social media and you are not doing all these things? I have spent literally thousands of dollars on business coaches who promised that they would help me realize my purpose. I had a coach who told me that my purpose was to be the answer to someone else's problem. Everyone has a problem, and my purpose was to be the solution. It sounds good, right? That coach, she knew her purpose, and her purpose was marketing herself, and she was good. She was very good. I read and reread The Purpose-Driven Life. And according to that book, my sole purpose is to worship God. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with that, but it wasn't exactly the answer I was looking for. I thought my purpose was to be a personal trainer and health coach in order to help women live healthier lives. But how could that be my purpose if while I'm fulfilling it, I can't even make my financial ends meet? Surely living your purpose does not mean that you're supposed to live in poverty in the process. Finally, I discovered something that changed my life. It is all a lie. Purpose is not living your life on some grand scale in front of a huge audience. Purpose is not something you chase at the expense of the present moment. Purpose will not be the same for everyone, but it will never be something that you find outside of yourself. Purpose is not found in people, places, or things, and it's not defined by your followers, friends, or bank balance. It's not defined by the neighborhood you live in or by the car that you drive. Purpose can be something as simple as being a good person. I know that my purpose was to bring two amazing people into this world and raise them to be responsible human beings. My purpose is to live in peace, joy, and gratitude. My purpose is to not waste the present moment. My purpose is to be an example to those around me, an example of someone who is strong, independent, and above all, joyful. And for the record, I in fact have taught several women how to live healthier lives and will continue to do so because I enjoy doing it, not because it's necessarily profitable. This podcast may never reach more than the handful of people that are currently listening. And that's okay too. My purpose is to share wisdom and inspiration as it comes to me, and I have faith that it will reach who it is supposed to reach. And as long as that happens, I have fulfilled my purpose. We cannot be slaves to the constant search for purpose. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't reach for more, for better. I'm not saying there isn't room for growth. Of course there is. I'm learning and growing every single day. The key is to be grateful for where you are right now, knowing that whatever is supposed to happen is going to happen. You know, I usually have these episodes written and recorded more than a week in advance. I didn't think I would have an episode this week because I didn't come up with this until Monday morning. I had faith, though, that whatever was supposed to happen would happen, episode or not. And here we are. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. But before I go, let me share this with you from the Dalai Lama. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. I'll see you next time.